Everton 5, Tottenham Hotspur 4 in what was a really, really disappointing performance. An awful showcase from our defence. Fantastic up top. We were creative. We did well. And it just goes to show even 4 goals isn't enough to get you over the line with an awful defence like Tottenham Hotspur has. So I'm going to get into some of the talking points of the game now. Early on in the game, 3 minutes in, it's a brilliant corner. Brilliant corner by Heung-min Son, whips it in straight on the head of Davinson Sanchez, who heads it into the bottom right hand corner. Fantastic header actually by Sanchez, and that puts us 1-0 up. And honestly, those first 30 minutes of that game, we were so positive. We were calm and composed on the ball. We looked like we wanted to attack. We looked like we wanted to play offensive football, and we were composed at the back as well. And then all of a sudden, an individual mistake from Ben Davies, and bang, it's 1-0. 1-0, I believe it was Richarlison. Sorry if I got that wrong, but just like that, another individual mistake. Straight after this, Harry Winks leaves so much space open once again for Richarlison, who slots it right into the bottom left-hand corner. And bang, we're 2-1 down out of absolutely nowhere. And straight after that, in the space of, 10 minutes, Højbjerg concedes a penalty when, if you ask me, that was no way a penalty. He barely touched the guy. I mean, and I'm not one to complain about refereeing decisions, but that was a silly refereeing decision. It's obviously didn't touch him. It's obviously a dive. It's a blatant dive. And it's frustrating as well, because then we go 3-1 down to Sigurdsson, former Tottenham Hotspur player. Some of you might not know that he did play for Tottenham for a while. And man, did we miss out on him, because I love Sigurdsson. I think he's a really, really good player. As I say, really good midfielder who's creative and can sit back when you need him to. He adapts so well to this Jose Mourinho philosophy. But as I was saying, that puts us 3-1 down and we head into half-time. 3-1 down, but just before half-time, Eric Lamela, keeping us in the game, scores a fantastic goal. Really nice goal, slotted right into the bottom right-hand corner. And that makes it 3-2 in what was an absolutely mental first half. Absolutely crazy. And honestly, props to Everton, because they came out there yesterday and they gave it their all in what was an absolutely fantastic game. A cracker. A Christmas cracker, but in February. So that was absolutely fantastic. But, so we come out in the second half. And same with the first half. We come out in that second half and within the first few minutes, we are dominating this game. We're dominating possession, we're pressing high, and we're scoring goals. And all of a sudden, it's 3-0. We come back from a 3-1 deficit to make it 3-0. And that was absolutely fantastic. But once again, our defence lets us down. And it's one of those that's really frustrating, because we were creative enough up top. We scored goals. We got 4 goals, for crying out loud. 4 goals. Yet once again, we're defensively shambles, and due to individual mistakes, we lose the game. We concede the game and we're knocked out of the FA Cup. I love the FA Cup, and I thought our team selection was absolutely fantastic, and I'll get to that in a bit. But continuing what happened in the game, we get it back to 3-0, which was absolutely fantastic. Some really, really nice goals. And then all of a sudden, Everton make it 4-3 again. And it's like, what has just happened? And then straight after this, Son whips in a ball, Harry Kane heads it into the back of the net, and it's 4-4. And that was just absolutely mental. It was like watching a game of basketball. It was really entertaining. Although here and there we were down, 1 goal down, 2 goals down, really, really entertaining game. And then we find out that it is going to go to extra time. And if you ask me, when we heard that it's going to go to extra time, I know some of the fitness levels of our players are not good enough. So I wasn't looking forward to extra time, and rightly so, because 5 minutes in, Richarlison scores. Once again, he was absolutely fantastic, I believe. But he scores and basically puts us 5-4 down. And then the rest of extra time, we were sloppy on the ball, we were woeful. And then Harry Winks, at the end of extra time, we have one more chance where we can score. And he probably does the worst volley I've ever seen in football history. That was awful. Don't let me watch that ever again. That's punishment, man. That is punishment. That's hell on earth, watching that Harry Winks volley. But the game then ended 5-4 to Everton in what was a really, really frustrating game, because I thought the performance levels of a lot of players were absolutely fantastic. And I feel bad for the likes of Harry Kane, Heung-min Son, all of those up top, even Stephen Bergwijn, because they're working their arse off day in, day out, week in, week out, every single game to try and pick up all 3 points or get through to the next round, depending on what game it is. Yet it's our defence who once again lets us down with individual mistakes. And it goes to show, if you want Mourinho to succeed at this club, you need to back him with a new defence. You need to back him with the players that he wants, right? I want Sabitzer. I really want Sabitzer. But Sabitzer can wait, because we need a new centre-half. We need 2 new centre-halves, right? We need Alderweireld's long-term replacement. We need Hugo's long-term replacement. And we need another new centre-half, because I can't put the likes of Sanchez and Dyer next to that new centre-half. So we got one of the biggest summer transfer windows coming up ever. And Some of you guys are asking me my opinion after that game. Am I Jose out? My answer to you, no way. No way whatsoever. I am not Jose out. You can't convince me to be Jose out. I've got my own opinion. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. So if you are Jose out, you know that's your opinion. Feel free to express it in the comment section down below. We love to interact with all our fans here at Lily White Lane. But I'm not Jose out, and I'll explain exactly why I'm not Jose out. This manager has won 26 trophies in his career. 26 trophies. More than the other 19 managers put together in the Premier League. 26 trophies, right? Yet he makes a couple slip-ups and goes on a bad run of form, and people are saying Jose out. And here's what frustrates me. He's done everything he possibly can to win us games. We play attacking football. We leave way too much space open in behind, and with the woeful defence that we have, we can see goals and lose the game. We play defensive football. With the woeful defence that we have, we concede the game. What more can this manager actually do? Because when we play defensive football, we don't win. When we play attacking football, we don't win. He's tried to take out players, the likes of Eric Dyer and Dele Alli, when we asked him to take him out. What more can this manager possibly do to make us win? He's given the right tactics, because this defensive football, right, as much as I don't enjoy watching it, right, it works. It wins us games. It wins us games. It won Jose Mourinho his 3 Champions Leagues, all his league titles that he has at the likes of Chelsea. And for people to criticise that, I think it's silly. I think it's silly. I think it's ridiculous. So, as I say, it was a really frustrating performance. And what's even more frustrating is a lot of fans have been calling to play offensive football or attacking football. Yet we do, and we get absolutely mauled, right? We score 4 goals, which is absolutely fantastic, but we concede 5. Now, if we would have had a new centre-half, Jose wanted, right? You've got to remember, Jose wanted a new centre-half, whether it's Milenkovic or Skriniar in the January transfer window. If we would have had a new centre-half in that game, we would have won it. We would have won that game 4-0. We wouldn't have conceded those 5 goals. And those 5 goals were all individual errors. All of them. The first goal, Hugo Lloris probably should have saved it. The second goal, Davinson Sanchez lets the ball roll straight past him, right into the back of the net. He puts his hands in his bloody face, and it just frustrates me because, like, do something about it, mate. He scored 2 goals, yet basically conceded 2 goals for us. So what's the difference? And then straight after this, Højbjerg gives away a penalty, and a lot of people criticising Højbjerg, right? And they're asking me, right, if you're going to give criticism to the likes of Eric Dyer and all these other players, Davinson Sanchez and all of these on the pitch, Harry Winks, then why won't you criticise Højbjerg? Because I know that he's going to beat himself up, right? I know that Højbjerg is going to beat himself up about it. He's going to be frustrated. The rest of the players won't. They won't care. They're probably looking forward to a nice chippy tonight, sitting there on the sofa watching a little bit of Match of the Day, and that's nice. No! It's not good enough. It's not good enough. It really isn't good enough. Now, I'm a young Tottenham Hotspur fan, right? And I've heard loads of stories from my old man. You imagine supporting this club for the last 30 years like he has. It's like living on hell. It really is. Because we look so promising at the beginning of every single season, yet something makes us crumble. And as I say, we came into this season so positive that we were actually going to win something, if not the Premier League. Yet, a few months into it, we're here now in February, right? Near the end of February, and we're nowhere near the top of the league. We've just been knocked out of the FA Cup, and we're doing woeful. We're on woeful form, and people are asking, should Jose Mourinho be sacked? When at the beginning of the season, he was performing masterclasses against the likes of City. You know, you sit back defensively, and we were so defensively good, and that's what confuses me. How people are criticising this defence. I'm criticising the defence. I'm first in line to criticise this defence, because they're the reason we're losing all these games. They're the reason we're not picking up points or getting through to the next round of cups. But how come this defence worked so well earlier in the season against the likes of Manchester City and all of those games? Arsenal as well. You know, when we'll score a goal, we'll sit back so well, and then we'll score another goal. And what made me realise why is because those two teams were attacking. They tried to play offensive against us. They tried to press high. And the issue for me is Reguilon is an absolutely massive miss. Because when you got someone like Davies, all he's going to do is sit back and constantly makes silly mistakes. He constantly makes silly mistakes, right? But when you've got someone like Reguilon, he rarely makes any mistakes, and he actually presses high with the team. He's a fantastic squad player, and I don't like using the word squad player because I think it's ridiculous, but he's a fantastic squad player, so he'll go with the team. And it just goes to show missing Reguilon is a bigger miss than a lot of people actually think, but as I say, really frustrating result. And Saturday's game against Manchester City, I'll be honest here, I'm not looking forward to it. But I'll be positive. It's a new routine in the Premier League. Every single time we play City, we beat them 2-0. Nevertheless, this has been the video, guys. Thank you all for watching. And as always, come on, you Spurs!